Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of Ready to Deploy. My name's Mike, and this is my co-host,
Kage.
Yes, sir. First of all, I would like to just apologize for the inconsistency on episodes. It's all my fault. Kage was like, yeah, we got to make these episodes, and I was like, I'm busy, so no.
No, it's life, bro. It's going to happen. It's cool.
Yeah, so it was a real busy month for me. I was gone. I was at like regionals, and then I went to go visit my dad because he wasn't feeling well. It was a whole thing, but I'm back. We're ready to talk. We're ready to yap. We're gonna try and do this on a more consistent basis now. Hold me to it. Yeah, we're just gonna jump in because I think this is gonna be a longer pod. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on. I have to eat some words because I talked a lot of shit in the last video about League, and League is a good deck, so that is really frustrating. And honestly, I don't actually think League is a good deck. I will stand by that. I think Norn is just a good card, and I did say that Norn was a good card in that video. So you know what? I don't even care. Also, Amuro Gundam is the reason that deck is good too. You know what? I gotta stop because I'm gonna make. I'm gonna end up
crash out on it again.
League is a good deck. I'm just mad about it. Whatever. Fuck it. I've had worse takes. I've had so much worse takes, so it's fine. Yeah, we're gonna jump in, and I'm gonna let Kage start us off with what he's been up to lately, locals, any random crazy shit that's been going on.
So yeah, a whole lot to catch up on. Since between that time, I think it's been 2 NTCs. Oh no, 3. I got into 3 so far. When it went with Blurple again. Well, my version of it, not the crazy crackhead stuff we'll be talking about in just a bit. But mine, and I got 9th for one of them. And then I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna try this Impulse Barbados thing I was trying. Right, it could not close, so I was getting pretty close there. But I think out of 71 players, I got 28th or something like that. And I was like, that's not that bad. But the next time I tried the deck, fully upgraded and everything, Destiny Gundams and all that, got super clapped up by Neo Zeong, bro. It was crazy. And I was just like, this is funny, but it's also just not fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I was just like, I like this deck. I'm gonna go home and make this. This felt so trolly and great. I love it.
Yeah, good card. Neo Zeong. Who would have thought? Yeah, not definitely.
See, I
knew Neo Zeong was a good card. Yeah, I knew. I was like, that's a good card. But yeah, you just been cooking up in the lab. I told you should have just played Blurple. I was like, just fucking play Blurple.
I know. It just felt very boring to me for a second, and I was just like, I need some new cards before I play Blurple because this ain't gonna do it for me, bro.
If I played more consistent decks, I would probably do better in this game on a more consistent basis. And it's not that I wouldn't let's say that I've been playing Red White Neo Zeong. And let's say that Red White Neo Zeong became the best deck in the format. I wouldn't stop playing it because it was the best deck in the format. I enjoyed that kind of style of deck, right? So I would keep playing it. It's just the decks that have been the best decks in the format have never really been the decks I enjoyed playing. I guess in GD01, Blue Red Cyber New Type was pretty high up there. And so I always enjoyed playing that deck. I played it in GD02, and then I played it in GD03, and then I played it in I stopped playing it in GD04 because Red White. But yeah, I would play I don't know. I just am not really I don't like Blurple. And not that I don't like aggro, it's just it's not my flavor of aggro, I guess. I don't know. I don't like 1 year. I don't like 1 year war either, and
I don't either.
It's just not my thing. So I understand. I do think it's a bit boring. But I do get why people like it. I think if I liked IBO more, maybe I don't know. I like IBO. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I can't really say nothing. I mean, everything behind me.
Yeah. So it's definitely. It's interesting. I get why you could be bored playing it. And also, it's been 3 sets in a row now of it just being pretty dominant. And
like I'd say like 2.5. Like
yeah, it's fair. And GD02 wasn't like
I feel
super
like
crazy.
it was
Yeah.
getting its legs, but like it was super late.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I don't know. I don't want to talk about it too much because I feel like we always end up talking about Blurple being a menace, and we will talk about the meta later after this too. So I don't want to beat this to the dead horse, but it is interesting because it really does feel like every set people are like, "Oh, this is the set aggro dies," and it's just
ramps up.
It gets better somehow every time. I'm like, damn.
It's like and it was so funny though because like. I literally made a joke about it like literally a month before it happened. And I was like, wouldn't that be hilarious if somebody was just like crackheaded enough to do something like this? And like I showed somebody like I think 26 like 2 1-drop lines. I'm just like in any color, and then they're like, I don't know about all that, bro. Doesn't seem like that's gonna make any sense. Then somebody did it, and I was like, I was kidding. Oh, I was kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, before we talk about the meta, I guess I'll talk about. I've got a couple things to talk about. I'll talk about my regionals run, which was not great, and then I'll talk about my store championships, which I did win. I did get my nationals invite. One way or another, we persevered.
Oh, let's go, baby!
So we did it. We did it. Yep. Shout out to my boy Sin. He made these trophies for us. He was also our judge, and he's awesome. He's a great guy, and he made these trophies. They've got. Look at that. Look at that. It detaches. It's
okay, sick. That's kind of cool.
He did a great job with these. It's kind of cool. These are fucking awesome. This is staying up on my shelf with my Hainu and my Sazabi and my Kshatriya and all that shit over there. So that's cool.
That's cool.
Luckily, I had the foresight a month ago or whatever when I went to regionals. But yeah, a month ago exactly, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, yeah, a month ago. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I had the forethought back then to write down every single matchup I had with quick notes so that I could remember whenever I got back to this. Okay.
Yeah.
So, regionals. It was a great time. Got to see a bunch of my old friends. Went and saw a bunch of my friends from Pittsburgh. They're there. Shout out to Damon, Manny, Jack, Josh, Cody. Those are all my friends from Pittsburgh. And then shout out obviously to Dan, who got his invite for Digimon. So congrats to Dan.
Ooh, let's go.
Gino I think he just bubbled out, I believe, which sucks. But shout out to Gino. Shout out to
Lewis. Doing pretty well too. So I mean,
yeah. He'll get his invite. I'm not worried.
He'll definitely
he'll get his invite. Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to Lance. I ran into Lance, so shout out to Lance. So it was good to see Lance again. He was the NA Nationals champ for Digimon, so it was great to run into him. So it was a great weekend. I had a lot of fun. I always take these like regional trips. Like even if I do bad, I know that I'm gonna have a good time. But as a competitive player, it sucks doing bad too. Yeah. So it's never what you want. So I'll just rip the Band-Aid off. I went 6-4. I was playing a pretty off meta deck. And I kind of knew that like if I ran hot, I could get it. Like a top 16 is what I was feeling like. But in a 10-round tournament, running hot for all 10 rounds, it's unless you're playing a deck that's very consistent, like Blurple, it's probably not going to happen. I was playing red blue aggro, which is the list I had won like NTCs with, topped NTCs with, so I felt really comfortable, and it was like my own flavor of the deck, so I was enjoying it. Basically, it was just blue red aggro bottom ends, a bunch of tutus. Rezels, Gundam Amuro, Kshatriya Merida, and then top end was just G-Quux, basically. Just like 2 G-Quux, I think is what I was running. And then shows and random shit. So that's what I decided to run. And again, I felt like if I ran hot, I could have gone all the way, but it was a tough tournament. I mean, to run, it's not consistent enough, I don't think. And I did know that. But sometimes you gotta just try it. I am kind of like pretty stubborn in card games, probably more than I should be. And I did say like earlier, like I won't play like a meta deck just because it's a meta deck. I really enjoy playing the stuff I like playing, and I will suffer playing bad decks if it's what I enjoy. And I don't know why I'm this way, because I am a competitive person. So it's kind of like I don't know, it's a weird cycle I go through.
No, I get that, yeah.
So round 1, start the day off, was against Blurple. I won. It was like super easy, clean game. Like, I just saw what I needed to see. Like, felt great the entire time against the matchup. Was not a big deal at all. Round 2 was against Lupus. Well, Blurple Lupus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
that
was a weird round. I won that round, and I don't know if my opponent intentionally tried to cheat, but they did cheat, and I caught it, but I didn't catch it soon enough. It was a weird thing. So on their 7 resource turn, which is when Lupus can come down, they played a Ryusei Go first to draw a discard. And then they tried to play Lupus after.
No.
Which you can't do. But I didn't catch it right away. And that wasn't even the worst cheat that they tried. And I'll say when I caught the Ryusei Go is when this happens. They did the draw discard Lupus and then tried to exile cards to kill things on the board for Lupus. And he exiled his cards face down. And I was like, that's not how that works. Bruh. Like, what did you just exile? Like, let me see what you just exiled. And there were pilots in there. There were bases, like non-unit. I was like, bro, whoa, he knew he was getting his ass whooped, bro. And I was like, that's the only reason he did it. That's and then, crazy. Like, when they did that, I was like, how did you even play Lupus this turn? Like, you don't have the resources for it. Like, how did you... Like, what happened here? Like, how did you fuck this up? Like, so I didn't catch the resource, like, not using, like, using more resources than they had until after. And I ended up not calling the judge. I told a judge after, but I ended up not calling a judge over in the moment because I knew I had game on board anyways. Yeah, so I was like, let me clean this game up real quick and get the fuck out of this. And then I ended up reporting after. So again, I don't know if it was intentional. Like, I don't want to, like, I'm not going to shit on the guy. Like, but it did feel pretty intentional. Yeah, it did.
I'm going to say this. I feel like the first part of it was nerves, where like he like miscalculated, and then he just tried to roll with it at that point. Like, maybe he won't notice that, like, I didn't like pay the correct amount if I exile this crap face down. And he's like, yo, what the fuck? And
my one friend was like, dude, that's what my one friend said. He was like, he tried to cheat to hide the first cheat, and I was like, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was crazy because like it probably wasn't like an intentional thing, like you said, but at the same time, like, he realized it probably when you realized it, and he was like, if I do something weird, he won't realize I just like super cheated just now.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. And then, let's see, my round 3 opponent, I lost, and that was against Blue White Unicorn. And again, this is where I just wasn't running a consistent enough deck. Like, this is why I don't play. I love Kshatriya Marita, but this is why I'm not playing Kshatriya Marita in my red white list, and it's because the reason why Blurple is a really good deck, and I'll break it down right now really fast. It's very aggressive, and you can put pilots on anything, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And blue red aggro, your pilot placement really matters a lot. And I didn't see any links, or my pilots and my links just like weren't lining up properly. And I think my opponent saw 4 pilots plus base in their shield plus draw. So it was like I could not win to do that. Yeah, it was crazy. I literally wrote down on my note, it felt bad.
I mean, damn, bro. Like,
I still took them down to last shield. I still took them down to last shield, which was also a base, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, I just didn't have the gas.
It's so irritating too. You just like, mouth is like, oh, base is like, oh, bruh, come on.
And I can't complain too much because again, I was running like a very high roll deck. Like, I can't be too mad, but I was like, fuck, like, that really sucks. And I think that's like a perfect example of like, this is a very luck based game. Like it's not skill matters. There's still like it does matter, but it's very lucky. Like what you see in your shields matters so much sometimes. And he just had the gas. He had all the pilots. He had the base. I was like, fuck, dude. My round 4 was against another purple white Lupus. It came down to the wire. His last shield was base, and he was presenting lethal on board. I held close combat plus Amuro. He had 2 bodies in trash for Lupus, and I had to pray the shield that he was swinging into was a base. I killed the Greys. He swung Barbie into shield. The shield was a base, and instead of clearing board, he swung base, which was perfect for me. And then I top decked Show into a Gundam plus another Show, played the Gundam plus Amuro for game. So yeah, it just worked out really well.
Magic.
Yeah,
no,
and like again,
the gas, bro. That's crazy.
You can't complain.
We were listening. I'm like, your show was that good, bro.
My show
gave you go. Here's Gundam, and here's another show.
Yeah.
What?
It was really good. But like that's what I mean. Like it's so luck. Like you can't like.
Blue annoys me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I love Blue, but at the same time, it's so irritating because it's like you just know like you're dominating, and all of a sudden it's like Gundam Amuro.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Also, I forgot to mention this happened so long ago, and we haven't done a video. This is GD03 meta that I'm talking about right now, just so everyone's aware. My round 5 opponent was on Red White Providence, and I just steamrolled them. I had like everything. I had all the aggro I needed. I had Gundam plus Amuro on curve, and then when it got to late game, I just had G-Quux, and then I had Kshatriya to clean up, and it was just crazy. They didn't take a single shield from me that game. It was Queen Sleep. It was nuts.
Those games happen, bro. Like sometimes it's just like you didn't even crack the EX, bro. Like I'm sorry.
Yep. And then my round 6 was against a red blue Mira, but they were on a very weird list. And I will say, both my first 2 losses happened at top tables at the same table number, and I think it was my fault. I sat on the wrong side both of those times, so it's on me. I should have sat on the other side of the table. But
you the second strat now.
So yeah, this is my second L against the red blue Mira. He was on a super weird list. He was using the support, like the units that have support on them, to like trade up into higher things. It was a really weird list. I had put lethal on board, and I passed with 1 shield open, and he was able to just get to a Gundam link for the win, which just, it is what it is. But yeah, I was like, fuck, that sucks. At least I was like presenting lethal, and I knew like I died to exactly Gundam link, and it's exactly what happened. So
yeah, I find myself doing that quite often too. I'm just like, I have lethal, unless you have like literally the link. That's it. Like not even a link, like the link. Like you need Amuro, bro. Like
yeah. And then from here is when I just like started to feel pretty bad. My round 7 was Blurple, and I lost. So it was 2 losses in a row, which felt like that was like demoralizing because at that point I was 3 losses and I was X3. So I was I was out of top 16. I was out of top 32, and I was like, I might not even make top 64.
Top
like
64,
I just bubble.
Yeah. You're like,
so it was against Blurple. This is the only match of the day where possibly I misplayed. I didn't see Kshatriya or kill spells fast enough. We were both presenting lethal. I just wasn't able to clear board efficiently. I wrote, in hindsight, my decisions this game probably cost me the win. Instead of going for bodies on board, I was trying to be the aggressor. I ended up hitting Mika and Amuro back to back in shields, which shifted the momentum back to them. I should have swapped to bodies on board after hitting the Mika instead of kept swinging shields. My thought process was if I had presented lethal faster, he'd have to go from my board. But giving him those pilots gave him game faster than me. Especially after not seeing the Kshatriya link to clear board when I needed it. So yeah, that was definitely that is the game I probably misplayed, and it just like going back, like yeah, I should have just went for bodies. But if I just didn't see, like I said, I didn't see Kshatriya link, and again, that's like, fuck man, Marita Kshatriya is a curse. That they're so good when you see them. and they're so bad when it's
Yeah,
not
when you
together.
don't, it's like,
Because Marita is useless on everything else in the deck that I was playing. It doesn't do anything except give a stat bump, and Amuro is obviously good, but it's still not good enough on Kshatriya. So we bounced back in round 8 with a win with Red White Zaft against another Red White Zaft. They were on Justice. It was, I don't know why, I just have like the best matchup in the Red White Zaft, I guess, with that deck. I didn't lose a single shield again. They didn't even take my EX base. I ended up getting like double G-Quux on them, which just destroyed them. And then I top decked Marita and Banshee and just, yeah, it was just cooked. That was a crazy game. Round 9 was against Blurple again, and I lost to Blurple again. So I was 50-50 against Blurple, 2 wins, 2 losses.
Yeah.
I was making good trades. I flooded on pilots. My level 7 turn was 3 Marita, 1 Amuro, and I had to pass with nothing on board. He dropped his whole hand and put me on lethal. I needed Kshatriya or Gundam to live, and even through 2 show of resolves, I just couldn't find the cards I needed. Yeah,
Homeboy just said, I'm gonna make a little side note here. I can't stand players who do that shit. Like they're like what if you have the bomb in your hand, bro?
Bro, I was like, where did this guy have all this? I was like, oh well, you know, where did this guy have this fucking gas from, bro? And he just dropped it on me. I was like, that's crazy.
I love it though sometimes because I'm just like, you played yourself, thanks, and you're like board clear, and they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, oh. Like
I wish I had the board clear. Yeah, that was a brutal one. So heading into the last and final round, I was 5-4, and I was like, I need to win round 10 to even get into the top 128 at this point. And I was like, I still bubble out of top 128. I'm pretty sure. And I won. It was against another Red White Zaft. And they didn't take a single shield again. And again, it was just like I wish all of my games went the exact way whenever I played Red White Zaft, because I just everything I needed just destroyed. Had Kshatriya and Marita, and that just always feels good when you see them. Yeah, that was my regionals run. 6-4. I bubbled out of top 128, which sucks, but it is what it is. I top 256. It was out of like 750 players, I think.
Okay.
It was again, I probably should have played a more consistent deck, especially in a 10-round tournament. I should not have played a deck that I needed to have like a hot hand for every single round. But it's the deck I enjoyed playing. And the next day I signed up for side events. And I got into a side event for a pod. I think it was 5 rounds. Just for like extra event packs, participation packs, whatever. And I 5-0'd that. I just destroyed the pod. I didn't lose. I know maybe it was 4-0. Might have been 4-0. I don't think we had enough players for 5. I think it was 4-0.
Yeah, if you go undefeated at that point, I think they just like, all right, well,
yeah. it was 4-0. I'm pretty sure. But
yeah,
I just destroyed the pod, and they didn't actually take a single. No person I played against that day took a shield from me, which is crazy. And
nice control.
I don't know. I was like really mad. I changed the deck slightly. I made room for a 3rd show, and I think that was like all I did. It was like I just made room for a 3rd show and maybe a 3rd G-Quux or something weird. I forget what I did the next day, but whatever changes I made just somehow made that deck just gas, and I just crushed the side event.
Extra draw. I've noticed that actually makes a difference.
Yeah. I just crushed the side event with it, and felt good, but it was also pretty annoying because I was like, I wish I could have just done that in the actual
yeah, I know. Yeah, we all beat ourselves up with that, and we're like, wish I would have been able to do it then.
Yeah. So it sucks, but it's what it is. Heading into GD04 meta now. I am on Red White Zaft. I will share out my screen. I guess I'll do a little quick deck profile. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Where's the share button? It's somewhere over here. There it is. Let me make this full screen so y'all don't have to see annoying shit pop up. Also, let's do this. We'll boom. Shout out to one of our channel sponsors, Sleeved, which is Varney's project. This is Varney's project. He runs fan face.
It's actually really cool though.
It is really cool. It is really cool. He is taking feedback. Any bugs you guys find, anything, he's going through and fixing it. He made this all himself. It's pretty awesome. His idea was basically like, I don't like any of the deck builders that are out there right now. I'm gonna make a deck builder that I like to use when I play card games. As someone that plays card games, I want to make a deck builder for me. And so this is the deck builder he came up with. It's pretty awesome. He has all the pricing through TCG Player. So any card you click on, you click on an alt, it gives you the low price, it gives you the market price. It's pretty good. It's clean. It's easy to search things. It's just a very clean deck builder. It's nice. You can share decks with other players. You can upload decks to your profile. It's cool.
Wait, how much is my winter freedom?
The winner. Oh, you didn't see what this price went up to now? This is the low.
No.
I didn't sell for that much on TCG Player, but that's what someone has posted for right now. Yeah. We have one more channel sponsor right now for me to go over, and that is Dueling Guard.
Let's go.
And if you guys don't know who Dueling Guard is, they make really great deck boxes. They actually have a Gundam Dueling Guard collab out right now that's on pre-order. Obviously, we don't have those in person yet because they don't come out till the summer. This is a one-piece deck box. They're great. They're high quality. They look awesome. You get to flex on people. They hold a bunch of cards. They protect your cards. They're sweet. Check them out. All of our links, affiliate links, everything will be in the description of this video. So yeah, check these out.
Speaking of the Gundam collab, I ordered all of that.
Oh yeah, I went through and I was like, let me grab all this.
I was
shit.
like, I want a little ham. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was let me grab this stuff.
So when we get ours in, we'll show you all the cool artwork and everything to it, and the binder and everything. So
hell yeah, I'm excited for that. So this is my list that I went and I won my store championship with. Boom. All right, so again, I kind of, not that this is an off meta deck by any means. It's definitely like a tier 2 deck. You know what I mean? It's not like off meta, anything crazy. But this is the deck I knew I wanted to play. I knew I wanted to play Neo Zeong. I knew I wanted to play Sinanju.
Our boy Full Frontal.
I wanted to blow shit up.
Right?
I played Red White back in GD02, and I just didn't have the sauce back then. It was obviously a better deck in GD03 because Red White Zaft. I didn't want to play Red White Zaft. I don't know why. I just wasn't a fan of Providence. I think it's a cool deck, but it wasn't what I wanted to play. I wanted to play Neo Zeong, big red shit, and it just wasn't what I was feeling at the time.
The thing is, we were probably ahead of our time because I actually played this deck during the starter deck constructed tournaments before GD01, and I was like, I really like Sinanju, and I really like how white complements it so well, but I don't want to play this right now. And I just kind of put it off to the side. I've had it kind of side built for the longest. And then when Neo Zeong came out, I was like, I have to build this deck. I'm sorry. It has to happen.
Yeah.
People have to be just feel pain.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So this is, I did a couple iterations. I tried just going the straight big red route with blockers as a low end and then playing Kshatriya, Marita, Haman, Quebly, Sinanju, Neo Zeong. Here's the thing, and I've talked about it a couple times already. Kshatriya is only really good when it's linked with Marita. Marita sucks on everything else because it has to be linked to a Kshatriya. It's just bad on every other unit we have right now. Yeah. Haman's pretty good on everything. Quebly sucks though, unfortunately. It's just not a good card. It only gets suppression for the turn that it's linked. It just sucks. I don't 90% of the time that you get to play it, it is not gonna be able to do suppression because it's gonna get blocked by something. And if you're playing against Blurple, you're probably not making it that far with the way that deck was built, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. I was like, this isn't exactly how I want to play the deck, but if I want to win and I still want to play the cards I want to play, I have to be on Kira. I was like, I have to be on Kira, and I have to be on Ailstrike, and I might as well just play Freedom because Freedom's a fucking wall. Yeah. And this is the iteration I came up with. It's not. I don't want to say it's blocker slop, but I guess that's what people would say because people really hate blockers.
I mean, honestly, to me, I feel like blockers is a necessary evil, especially when we're dealing with like hyper aggro right now. Like, I don't want to hear the complaining. Like, I really don't.
100%. So this is my list. We are on 4 Elfrith, 2 Rick Diaz, 2 flat. The reason I'm not on 8 Elfrith, like a lot of people are, is I think Rick Diaz is really important against Rezel still. It's just big. Also, it's really good when someone Amuros you, and like Gundam Amuros you goes to kill the Rick Diaz. You can kind of revenge kill them by playing the close combat. So they have they just die. Yeah. That's the thought process here. I don't think I need to really explain Ailstrike. Ailstrike is fucking insane in this meta. It bounces tokens. It lets you revenge kill into a Gundam Amuro and live. It is 6/6 when it has full frontal on it, so it can't be rested by Gundam Amuro. It's just a disgusting good card. Like. Yeah, it's crazy. When Kira's on it, you get the -2 things. Like it's a good card. I don't need to explain that one. I don't think. Sinanju. A lot of people were giving me shit. They're like, "Why are you on 4 Sinanju?" And I was like, "I'm only playing 8 Neo Zeong cards. I need to be on 4 Sinanju." And also high maneuver is really good against blockers, and also 2 damage to anything on the board feels really good when half the decks are just running 2/2 slot. I don't know, just felt good. It worked.
The math is mathing, bro. Like they don't understand.
it just works. Freedom. I will talk about Freedom a little bit. Because at the level 7 slot, people are usually playing Justice.
For the double ping.
I don't think Justice is a bad card. I just don't think Justice is the card I wanted to play. And my reasoning for that is the way that I have this deck built is you are putting out blockers and you are protecting like one body. And that is either a Sinanju that's linked to full frontal or the Neo Zeong when you get far enough into the game. And I wanted a wall, and Freedom was the wall. I didn't like I like Justice. I understand why it's a good card. I understand why people play it. It lets you be aggressive, and it also puts up a blocker for you. I knew that I needed to protect the Neo Zeong and the Sinanju no matter what. Like I was like, those are the win conditions for me in this deck, and Freedom just allows me to do that. I would not change, like, this main core list of cards here, I would not change at all. The only things I would add, I would maybe cut cards later on with more testing, like maybe Silver Bullet or something, but we can talk about that later. Now on to the Big Daddy, which is Neo Zeong. I'm on 4, and I don't like people that are playing 3. I don't trust them. I don't believe them. You need to see this card.
The only reason I'm only playing 3 is because I only have 3.
Oh, okay. You get a pass. You get a pass. You can. People are getting away with playing 3. That's fine. This card is fucking insane though, and I really don't put full frontal on them too much because I'm running 4. It kind of lets me get away with not having to put full frontal on it. I had multiple games where I just was able to play multiple Neo Zeongs, but my finals match for Store Champs, I played 4 Neo Zeongs back to back. I went Neo Zeong, pass, Neo Zeong, pass, Neo Zeong, blow up the fucking board. I got revenge killed because I misplayed, and then I dropped the 4th Neo Zeong, so it didn't matter. I got to play all 4 Neo Zeong. It was the dream. It was the dream. I was in the finals and I got to drop 4.
Somebody did that shit to me.
Fucking crazy.
I fucking scooped. I was like, he goes, drop the first one. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Second one, I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like when he dropped the third one, I was like, oh no, you got it, bro. I was like, yeah, you good like that, right? You got it. And he goes, wait, I mean, I haven't taken a shot. I'm good. I'm good, dog. I'm not about to sit there trying to play this silly shit out.
Yeah. It is a crazy card. Important things about this card. It's level 9. There's like not many ways to deal with that in the game. The O can't rest it. Like, and also, it's a 6/7. Fuck, I hate that I did that. But it's a fucking 6/7. It is a fucking wall. And if you do put full frontal on it, it is an 8/9.
It's a fucking 8/9, dude.
It's an 8/9. Like,
gross.
this thing eats bodies. Like, it's insane.
Did I tell you the misplay I did in like store or mine in my NTC?
No.
I miscalculated how much life he had, and then I swung on him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna just dog him out right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and ping him for 1, and then swing on him, and that's the end of him." Because I was looking at the 7, and I forgot that full frontal was +2, not +1, and he was like, I still have 1 HP left, and I was like, "Hey, you sure right? Hey, you got it, bro." He goes,
Hey,
"Wait, what?
You got that one?
No. I
got
missed
that
one. You got it." I was like,
That's
my
funny. Yeah, this thing is a fucking monster. I just
super tank,
it's
dude.
so it feels so good. Like I don't know, like aggro decks. I get why people like aggro decks, but nothing feels better than dropping a boss monster that feels like a boss.
Just
monster.
keeps clapping people,
Like
bro.
it feels so good to drop to put a body on board that matters feels great, because even Wing, like, all right, yeah, like when Wing drops, like it's pretty devastating, I guess, to some, like, depending on the deck you're playing,
depending on what deck it is, yeah.
right? Like it's devastating, but then it doesn't really do anything. It's just a really big body that has high maneuver. When this thing drops, not only does it start nuking boards, but it has presence on the board, and its effect just keeps happening. Not to mention, like, during Link. So it's a during Link effect. All your units gain Neo Zeong, right? That's important because it's not on your turn. It's all turns. I am on 2 striker pack. If this bursts from shields while you have a fucking Link under that, you still get to do 3 damage to something.
Man, hey, dog, no, that's another scoop moment. I hope you know.
It's
like,
good.
You get to burst me and then I die for why?
It's good.
I would just be asking questions. I just be like, huh?
Obviously, pilots, I'm just on Cure full frontal. If you have played any red Bandai deck, and I don't know why, for whatever reason, the gods curse red decks in Bandai card games, and they will brick. And I have had multiple hands in the past when testing red-white decks where it's just like, oops, all pilots. Like, you just end up with like 9 pilots in your hand, and you're like, how the fuck did this happen? So I'm on 8 pilots only, just full frontal and just Kira, the only things that matter. Notably, I understand people probably don't like this. I am not playing anything for full frontal to play. I don't care about his when paired effect. He's there for stats, and that's pretty much it. He's there for stats, and he's there to give this a link and this a link. That's literally it. I don't care. I don't. Maybe people will be mad at me for that, but he's a 2/2. Like, that's what matters. On to the commands. I'm on 4 Overflowing Affection, which is non-negotiable. You have to be playing 4. I don't think that I even have to discuss that. I'm on 4 Close Combat because it's just 2 damage to anything, which feels really good against aggro. If I somehow have to go first, it is my only option on 2 resources to use, really. You could overflow, but really, like, the best way to use overflowing is like on your level 3 turn, because you can overflowing and then drop a blocker. I'm on 3 Improved Technique. I was on 4 for a while. And I was on 4 Improved Technique, 1 Unforeseen. But I really wanted to play all range, and so I had to cut Unforeseen and I had to cut an Improved Technique. And the reason I wanted to play all range is because I wanted to be able to kill any tokens that came out. Like I wanted to kill anything that 1 year war could drop, and I wanted to kill anything like I wanted to kill boards that go wide like League. I wanted to kill Leos, like because I'm not on Kshatriya. Yeah. If I was on Kshatriya, I'd feel like a little bit better not playing all range, but I felt like I needed it. I did have a game last night where I went like they had played it was against Blurple. They went like 2-2, 2-2, Corsica, 2 Leos, and I had 2 all range in hand, and I was like, this is the fucking dream. I was like, I get to kill the whole board. Like, this is the dream right here. So it felt great. Against everything else, it's just an overflowing affection target. Like, if you're not playing against aggro, I'm just like, all right, I just don't want this. It is good occasionally if you're like have it in your hand and don't have a way to get out of it. Because a lot of things in this game just have 4 health. Like, Elfrith has 4 health, Flat has 4 health, Ailstrike has 4 health. Like, you can all range and then Neo Zeong on 10 and just kill something, which feels good. Striker Pack, a lot of people have been off of Striker Pack recently because of things like Graceful Demeanor and Ale and just like token hate in general.
Yeah, I get that,
but I think it's still pretty good, and I felt like I needed to play it at 2, just on the rare occasion that it pops out of my shield. I want the burst. If I don't have anything to play on my level 4 turn, like I don't have another blocker, like I wanted to just be able to put the token down. So I just felt like I had to play it. And then I'm just running the Rulua, which is just 4 bases. I went back and forth on the 6 HP base or Rulua, and every single time that I've ever played Rulua, it has had value, and it has done things for me, and it has helped me secure wins. It's really good out of burst because as long as something has 5 or less AP, you get to deal 1 damage to it. Like it just feels good. So I've never really like hated it or anything. It just has always felt good to me. And that's the list. My matchups last night were, let's see, I have them written down. It was against Wing, Blue Purple, Blue White Justice, Freedom, like Blue White Justice Freedom, Blurple again, and then Blue White the O. Against the Wing player, I kind of like, I was like, this is fine for me, because I know we're gonna get to the late game, and I was like, as long as I don't get like Ultron murdered, like I should be okay. Like as long as my blockers can stay up and get through the Ultrons, it'll be fine. I don't know if they were on Ultron. I forgot to ask, but by the time like things are gonna start happening with Wing, I had only had like Sinanju's. I think I had 3 Freedoms on board, 1 Neo Zeong, and then a Sinanju, which Wing doesn't touch any of that. So I was like, I just kind of grinded them out of the game basically and won. It felt great. The Blurple matchup for round 2, that's the game where I said I hit the double all range. So
just kind of clean the board off.
Yeah, it felt good. And we got to get to the late game still, and I was able to start. I think I dropped 2 Neo Zeongs, or at least 1, and I was able to just just
eat them. Yeah,
they're just out of the game. I locked them out of the game.
Yeah,
he knew he was locked out of the game. He was like, I could sense a little bit of the salt. He was like, yeah, I think I'm just locked out. He was like, next time I'm just gonna rush you down. I was like, bro, you tried to do that. That's what you already tried.
It's not like your deck didn't try that. Yeah. Like it does that. It just does that. Like
yeah. I had kill spells and stuff, so it was fine. Blue White was against my boy Adam. He is the probably the best player in our locals. He has like a ridiculous amount of new type challenge wins at this point. I don't go to all of them. I miss a lot of new types, and I also play jank and shit. But yeah, he has a ton of new type challenge wins. He's a really, really good player. Great guy, cool dude. He was on Blue White, and I thought I was cooked. I'll be honest. Like, he took second, and so I was going first. on his level 3, on his 3 resource torn level 4, because he has the extra resource, he just straight up just dropped Gundam Amuro on me, and I was like, ooh, that's like really rough for me against the blue-white mirror right now. So he was able to just rest my blocker, eat it, and I was like, all right, I respond, and I think I just played like a striker pack or something was my response, and he dropped another Gundam Amuro on me. So he had 2 Gundam Amuros on board, and I was like, fuck, how do I, like, what am I gonna do here?
Around that, like, yeah.
That was tough. I think I just like was able to like play a blocker again, pass type shit, and when it got back to me and I was on my level 6, I was able to like Senanju high maneuver, eat a Gundam Amuro, I think. Oh no. I remember what it was. I ale striked. It was ale strike Kira on my level 5. That's what it was. So when after the double Amuro, like Gundam Amuro, when it came back to me and I was on level 5, I was able to Kira ale strike him. So I was able to just kill the first Gundam Amuro, live through that because of the -2 from Kira, and he had to trade his Gundam Amuro into my ale strike. And then from there, it was basically just like we were putting out blockers. That was the game. It was just blockers. I was able to eventually like grind him out. I was able to see my freedoms, which were just very crucial in that matchup because of the health difference. Like, they were just really big. And it just worked out really well. He played great. I don't think like no misplays on us like either way. Like he just played amazing. I was just a little bit luckier, I think, and I just saw what I needed to see. Really, like that's what mattered. Round 4 was against Blurple again. Shout out to my boy Gord. That's my homie Gordon. Great dude. Really awesome. He ended up getting top 4, so huge shout out to him. Really hype. He was on Blurple. I was able to just grind him out, basically. I was able to put blockers up, get kill spills out, able to get to the Neo Zeong for the cleanup, and then I was able to just kind of lock him out of the game again and go for the win. And then Blue-White was against my boy Damon. We went to regionals together. I practiced with him pretty often. Great guy, awesome dude. He was on the O. We were both kind of stressing because the way Bandai tournaments work, even though you're in the finals, you're not guaranteed if you lose to get second place, which is really frustrating. And we were gonna go to nationals no matter what. Like I knew I was going because Dan's going. Like I already had friends that were going, and he knew he wanted to go because he wanted to try and win out at nationals. And I was like, look, we just gotta play this out. Like we just gotta play this out. Hope that our breakers are good enough to get in, and just like that's all that matters. Yeah, we had a really, really, really awesome game. It was back and forth. I just got so lucky with the Neo Zeong draws. I was able to see all 4 just draw like through natural draw. And I knew that the game was gonna go long, right? Like I knew that I wasn't gonna get rushed down early, so it kind of like let me get. I was able to kind of take a breather and think through my plays smarter. Like I wasn't worried about like I'm gonna get killed on turn 5 because I'm playing 1 Year War or something, So once it got to the late turns is when I was able to just start dropping Neo Zeong. I will talk about one slight misplay that I had. Thankfully it was caught, so nothing terrible happened. Like I didn't cheat. I dropped the 3rd Neo Zeong, and it didn't have a link, but I accidentally swung with it into an Elfrith, and then I swung the other 2 Neo Zeongs I had on board. It was caught, and the situation was just like the last Neo Zeong obviously couldn't attack, so Elfrith died, Ailstrike died, and then he still had an Ailstrike left to revenge kill with. The correct way I should have done it was swing the 2 Neo Zeongs I had into his 2 Ailstrikes, basically. And then that way they couldn't have been revenge killed. But I misplayed, and thankfully it was caught because I was just like, it was so like, it was a
in the
stressful
moment.
situation. Like, and I was honestly, I was so excited that I got to drop 3 Neo Zeongs. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
You're like,
So
"Ooh,
I
the
think it was
power."
just the excitement of it, like knowing that I get to clear his entire board basically.
Yeah.
Because when like the turn before that, he was presenting lethal on me, which is fucking like insane to even think about.
He was like,
He was presenting lethal on me. He swung, hit an improved technique, so I killed a body. And then he still had an O on board, 2 Ales, and an Elfrith. And I had like 1 shield, I think. So I was able to clear his entire board from the Neo Zeong. And then he was able to revenge kill with the L strike that I couldn't kill because I misplayed the like attacking. And then the turn right after that, once it got passed back to me, I had just dropped the other Neo Zeong. And I just knew, like, I was able to swing and get through and just knew it was like GG at that point. He was like locked into the game. Like, there's just nothing he could do. But it was an awesome, super awesome match. And shout out to Damien because he did not bubble. We both ended up first and second place, which is the only time Bandai has not fucked someone and not bubbled them,
dude,
like ever. I was so happy. He actually had a bigger pop off than I did, because I was like, fuck yeah, like I won, like I know I'm in. But like the stress of him not knowing if he was gonna actually place second until the tournament concluded, like his pop off was crazy. I was like, fucking deserved, dude. Like I was so glad he was able to get in. So yeah, that's the list. That's my thought process behind it. Do I think this is the most consistent deck in the world? No. Do I think that it will win things? Yeah, absolutely. I think that I'm proof of that. Like, I don't think I'm a bad player. But I think that this is a deck that's going to brick on people. This is a deck that it doesn't have show resolve. It doesn't have the 1 cost draws. Like, sometimes your hand is just your hand and you have to deal with it, knowing that there's nothing you can do to change it. And yeah, that's the deck. I love it. I think it's a great deck. It's fun. It's what I wanted to play. It felt really good to win with a deck that I believed in, that I built myself. Like, this isn't net decked. Like, this is like, I think I'm the only person that's like running this specific list. You know what I mean? Like, it just felt good that I was able to win. And our local scene is like incredibly competitive. Like, it's not like people are bringing like shit, like garbage to these tournaments.
Yeah.
Like, we are all bringing like very competitive decks. Like, we are all in it to win. Like, so it felt really good to pull it off. I don't have anything else to say about that, but it felt great. I guess next what we can talk about is the meta right now. So I'm gonna pull up Eggman.
Pulled up and everything. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up Eggman. These are the power rankings. I believe these are pulled from Mobile Suit Arena. Yeah. I'm pretty sure these are pulled from. As you can see, Blurple is still on top, which I feel like should be no shock to anyone. It is just a really good deck. It punishes other aggro decks because it can kill while it's still doing aggro. It has draw. It gets to play a bunch of 2/2s. It has access to really good 2/2s because of the Jaburo base now, where you can rest an Earth Fed and then rest another unit. Like, it's actually just really good that it's in blue and can do that. I don't think we have to beat that one at all. I think that's pretty clearly, obviously, like just the best deck still.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, right now it's ranked number 1 in win rate for the most part. And if you notice, like, the meta share data for that, like, 1 Year War is actually being played a lot more than it is, but it's performing better. So you got to take that with a pinch of salt, and then, like, also realize, like, there are other decks on the list, period. So it's not just like the great boogeyman. So
yeah, and I think that What's interesting here is like this is Blurple, and this is probably really like the normal Blurple list. What other people like, and what Kage was talking about earlier is there were lists running around. How many tutus were they playing? Like 20 tutus.
It was between 20. So if they're not being kind of scummy, it's like 16, but it's anywhere between 16 and 24. Like the turn 2 1 drop tutus. Like. Yeah. Literally played a match with my friend last night, and he was playing the blue-white version of it, and literally I just started laughing because I cleared his board like 3 or 4 different times. And he just kept doing it, and I was like, "This is scumbaggery, bro."
Yeah, and if you don't have ways to clear board, it puts you on lethal on like turn 4, right? That's what
turn
it puts
4. If you're playing white, you actually can last out longer. Red, I haven't tested out on that just yet, but I feel like you should be able to like last out pretty long.
Yeah.
Install it out long enough for where they can't really do too much to you. And it was just like, I was just making the point to my friend. I was like, yeah, you can just literally probably put blue with anything, and it can almost do this with any other color.
Yeah. I remember the first iteration I saw that, they weren't even playing Gundam Amara, I don't think. They only no. It was just Miko was the only.
It was Miko was the only pilot. Yeah, it was a pretty gross thing, and I was doing it to troll. And I took a picture. I was like, "This is all you ever need." And I was just joking. I guess somebody was like, "He's right," and I was like, "I regret trolling, dude, because I probably caused this problem."
Yeah, that shit was crazy though. I don't think I think that's like out now because people are. Red players like me, you're welcome for being a wholesome, good Gundam player and playing board wipes to keep decks like that in check. You're all welcome. You should all thank me and bow down. I think that is hopefully not like out of the meta for the most part. But yeah, I mean, there's always the chance that somebody's just going to bring that to a store champs or an NTC and run people over. Like,
It's just really degenerate, but like
it is super degenerate. Yeah,
I would say don't get too discouraged by it because like I feel like we have a lot of tools to deal with this type of nonsense, but at the same time, like you gotta be prepared to change the deck to do such thing.
Absolutely, and obviously next up is 1 Year War. I think that technically 1 Year War is probably the most consistent aggro deck. The only reason I say that is because Sharazaku 2 just lets you get, like, they kill a Sharazaku 2, you're getting another card. And if you, like, get the dream where it's like they kill Sharazaku 2, you get a Sharazaku 2, like, it just feels great.
Dude, like, that deck is so irritating, bro. Like, playing against it, you're just like, all right, bro.
All right. Stop doing that. Zeong is really good. You get to just play one body and end up with 3 bodies on board. That feels pretty solid.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
And then when you kill Zeong, you get another body on board, which feels pretty good. So that makes sense. And then there's this red-purple shit.
I'm part of that problem, by the way.
You're part of the red-purple problem?
Oh, yeah. On MSA, I was just like, did I figure out like a weird holy grail of just absolute destruction? I think I'm coping, but like at the same time, it's very hilarious to play.
You said, I think I'm coping. Maybe you can send me that deck list and I'll check it out.
Yeah. I'm at to show you because it's kind of.
I haven't played against anyone that was playing red purple yet. Disclaimer: I don't really like MSA. I play it sometimes, but
it's kind of wonky. I get you.
The randomization on it is fucking terrible. It is really bad. I feel like it's nowhere near as good as like testing IRL.
Yeah.
Always it's still good. IRL. It's still good to like get like put decks in,
gist
test
of what
them
your idea is, but like at the same time, like I wouldn't rely on it. Yeah. I would go IRL over that 100%.
100%. And the 4th ranked deck, which is the deck I have to eat my words on, is LM Norn, and I'm so mad. I hate being wrong. I hate putting out a video where I'm like, fuck this card fucking sucks. And it ends up being good, and that is LM Norm. It is unfortunately a good deck. Fortunately for Victory fans, I guess. I I still think it's only no, all right, I'll stop. It is just a good deck. Victory lets you draw cards. You get to play Gundam Amuro. You get to play draw spells, and then your top end is fucking Norn. Like, so you get to kill things.
I'm gonna go ahead and join my co-host, and I will say, behind the scenes, I was talking mad shit. All right, I was like, Victory fucking sucks. All right, like I'm looking at this shit like, all right, what do you do if I destroy the guy that gives you all blockers? You're just gonna stand there and look stupid, huh? And then I was like, nobody's playing this shit seriously. And then I saw like several iterations of the deck, and then this new one that just came out. I was like, I really don't want to have to eat my words, but this is a gimmick.
Yeah. I didn't have the foresight then to realize that you could just play like a 42 card blue deck and then just 8 cards were white, and I should have
and just go ham, bro. Like I was like,
I should have maybe thought that. I don't know. I mean, to be like, it also gets access to Graceful Demeanor. It also gets access to like Unforeseen. It also gets access to Elf Rifts and Flats. It gets access to. I should have. I didn't have like. I'm sorry, guys. I was talking shit. I actually thought that it was gonna suck. And to make matters worse, there was actually mono blue versions that were doing good too, which makes it feel even bad.
Walking
like,
people.
Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. I
It
don't
was
really
just
know.
dog walking, bro. I was like, why are you drawing so many cards and why do you have so many outs to everything? Like,
Yeah.
why?
I was like, damn, maybe I was wrong about this one. I would say that 98% of the time I'm correct. That was a very big oversight on my part. Sorry, everyone.
I'll give myself like a night. I'm gonna be modest. I'm gonna be modest. I'm gonna say 92% of the time. I'm right.
I'm probably closer to that, but yeah. Fifth is my goat, red white Neo Zeong. It's the secret best deck in the format. I don't care what anyone says. 6 is Wing, which is doing really good again. Also, Wing just had like a buyout, like Wing Zero, and it's like $35 now.
Yeah,
it's expensive again, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it expensive again? I don't really think I have to talk about Wing. It's Wing. I mean,
all they really got was Flat and then Demeanor, and that was enough to send them over. Like,
yep. Blue white, obviously, it's just good stuff. It's
good draws, good stuff. Yeah,
you can play like people are playing blue white aggro. You can still play blue white blockers. Blue white unicorn, blue white justice. Like, there's a whole bunch of blue white decks you can play. The deck underneath it is the blue white the O. And honestly,
I expected this.
I'm surprised more people don't play blue white the O. I guess it's a little bit harder to play than maybe like a regular blue white deck or something, or you just have to have like
slightly. It's slightly harder to play that one.
But I think it's a good deck. I think it's really good. It's a very grindy deck if you like grindy decks.
It's
9 is. It is. 9 is red white Zaft, which makes sense. It's just Zaft and Justice. Those are good cards. I don't even actually know if they play Providence or anything anymore. I think they just play Justice and G-Quux. Yeah. I think it's literally Justice, G-Quux, and some people are playing Neo Zeong in it. But for the most part, it's just Justice, G-Quux, blockers, Atherin, Breach bullshit.
Breach face mouth.
It's good. 10 is purple white Destiny, and I'm surprised on its win rate being under 50%. It does have a pretty big, like, I don't want to say pretty big. It has almost a 6% meta share, so a lot of people are playing it, and I don't think it's as easy a deck to play as Gundam has seen before, because there's a lot of lines. There's a lot of things you have to do properly to loop back things with Destiny, or what you have to grab back with your Force Impulse, or what you have to even bring out with your Impulse. So I think people like the really good purple white players are going to be winning games and winning tournaments. The really bad purple white players are not going to be doing that. They're going to be scrubbing out. It's not as simple as a deck as 1 Year War where you just attack face. I guess that's my 2 cents on it.
like I've seen too many people play both this deck and Blurple completely wrong, and then they're just like, deck sucks. I'm like, no, it does not. It's a little bit more complicated than what you're leaving it out to be. Minus that hyper aggro nonsense. Like the rest of it's like the plays. You have to do the plays correctly, or else you're gonna just screw yourself the entire round, and then you're gonna tilt, and then you're just gonna assume something when everybody else is doing good with the deck.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's really cool. I still need to test it and play it. I have that God deck. I really should just play it and have fun. I've just been really into. I was just so happy with Neo Zeong. I just had to play it. I felt like, but
I feel that.
That's the beats. I don't think. I'm trying to think if there's like. I guess like I don't know what the rest of this rankings is, but I feel like this is a pretty. I think it's actually a pretty decently healthy meta. I know people are really mad about aggro still, but I think it's okay. Like I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
Honestly, I feel like we've been talking about it like a little bit today actually, and I'm coming up with a strategy for this. But like I feel like as soon as we figure out how to exactly stop aggro, it will kind of drop drastically how it did last format with 1 Year War. Yeah, it was still around, but we regulated to the point where you're like, oh, I really don't want to play this into anti-aggro. And with GD04 coming out, like there's a lot of anti-aggro stuff in almost all the colors that just came out. So like you can kind of just control the matchup. You just gotta either take first from them or force them to overextend while you're on perfect curve.
Yeah. And we are, like, this list is from week 2. We're, like, heading into week 3 now, so we'll see what the changes are. 3, But I think that as the format goes on, people are going to figure out some more stuff. We'll see what happens. I think people are just sticking to what they like right now and what's good, and Blurple is obviously just a really good deck. Like, and I don't blame people for playing it. It's really good. And we'll see what happens in the future. I don't have an issue with it. A lot of people are mad and are like, the game's dying. I'm like, I don't think it's that serious yet. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Like the people that say that, they've definitely not played a Bandai game. That for a fact. Because like if you've played One Piece or Digimon before this or Union Arena, this is the set where they kind of just give you the tech cards, and it's right before the first year, so they really don't want to explode on anything. But when we hit the first year, hold your butt.
I mean, this is like Blurple is like Zoro Whitebeard.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying,
and Digimon, if you've played Digimon, it's Rookie Rush. Everyone hated Rookie Rush.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
Hybrid nonsense. Like
we're getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is like
good, guys. Chill out. We're good.
Yeah. And yeah, I think, I don't know, we'll see. We are getting spoilers and stuff now for the G Generation set. I don't think there's much to talk about right now. Maybe we'll cover that next week or something. But yeah, I don't think
I'm going to be so mad, dude, because I can already tell you they're going to make a really good Barbados card, and it's not going to be Tekadon.
No, it's not. It's going to be G Generation or whatever the fuck.
It's going to be G Generation, and it's going to be white. And then that Mikazuki that's going to be the pilot, it's going to be probably also a white pilot.
Yep, and they're not going to go together at all.
Yeah, they're going to be like...
So, but yeah, I think it's a good stopping point, but whatever content you guys want to see from us, whatever topics you guys want us to talk about, anything, like we're open ideas, suggestions, so let us know. Keep grinding. If you guys have store championships coming up, hopefully you guys win. I'm trying to see some of you guys at Nats, like let's grind this bitch out. Kage, parting words.
Don't get discouraged by aggro, and just keep working on whatever you're working on currently. Even if you want to play your favorite stuff, just make sure you optimize and streamline for whatever format you're playing. Now, if you're casual, that's fine. Have fun. But if you're going into the competitive mindset of everything, do not get discouraged by what's happening right now. It's only a temporary thing. And just make sure that like you're looking at the meta as you're building. Yeah,
absolutely. I think those are great parting words. I don't have any parting words. Red White is the best deck in the format. That's what I'll say. It's not the best one. It's not at all. But in my heart, it is. So Sweet.
As long as it's here,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's always tier 0 for you.
Thank you guys for listening to Ready to Play, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.